All right, it's the holidays here at Rancho San Lucas. We got Thanksgiving coming up in just a couple of days, and per Rancho San Lucas guidelines, we have to have major disasters either at or when people are arriving. So today's disaster is septic. We're gonna get the septic taken care of. Both Jim and I's homes have had some septic backup recently. We've had no rain, no water, no water table pushing up or anything like that. So kind of concerning. So we call in A&G Plumbing, who came in here on short notice with a full schedule for the holidays with a massive truck and 2 guys, which is very appreciated. Thank you, AG. They came in, they opened up my tank and saw it was completely inundated with roots. Just a ton of roots, like wow roots. So anyway, they pumped it. We're gonna go down to True Value, get some root killer, and try to treat that and get that issue resolved on our end. So then while we're working out something down there, they decided to come up here and they're gonna hit Jim's tank real quick, quote unquote real quick, and find that his tank is completely collapsed in on itself. The previous pumpy and or installation was incorrect and caused it to collapse or allowed it to collapse later in life. So now the lids aren't square, the lids aren't fitting, one lid cracked. It's about to get loud, so I'm gonna quit talking, just watch the video. So we're being told the internal baffle that separates the solid tank from the liquid runover is damaged, so the solid waste is infiltrating into the water zone, which is not good. And you can see how that is curved, that's curved. These should be flat, so the sides have buckled in and pulled those down. There's the lid for one. They're recommending replacement, which about all that's left to do on this one. All right, so we're back over the root issue. Yeah. Nothing you can do. All right, so final verdict, or I should say interim verdict on the mobile's cement tank is that the legacy leach field is clogged or non-functioning or non-running, and this is likely due to roots. They feel, you know, obviously the septic's encumbered with roots, that the leach is similarly encumbered with roots. They also thought that perhaps the proximity to the flow of this channel of water that comes down and around the back of the house, as well as the culvert that comes from here down to the other back of the house here, is just creating too much moisture on this side of the mobile. And that even if the leach fields were running appropriately, they're not going to be functioning as they're intended because the ground is not dry. It has a water table which is assisted by this and this. So in the driest of times it may work, in the wet times non-functional. Jim says that at some point another leach field was added. It went further down and went over and around and down into the gully and out that way. We could not find the access point to that. So without that access point, A&G Plumbing said, well, hey, you know, there's not much we can do, find it. So last trip out, the owner said they had found some old photos of that leach system, that enhanced leach system. And so we're hoping we can dig those photos out again, take a look at them, and then from some basic understanding kind of realize where the inlet pipe is for that leach field and access it, and then possibly then debilitate or remove the legacy leach field, which may be actually leaching water into the septic from the water table. Now that was kind of my concern with the water being as close to the leach field as it is that in high water table times, you know, are we actually pulling in creek water or whatever into the septic and creating more flow than we're even using as a house. So things to consider with the roots and everything breaching, totally possible. So we'll check in here in a second, see what's up with Jim's. I think we just went and got him some plastic cappers to cap him off. As our alternative leach field, hard line. So as we look like kind of this way, we've got the septic in this line. So they want to draw a hard line out to here so that we clear the propane and the gas line. And we just basically put a hard line out to here. They're talking like a metal line, hard line, and then an access port, and then just start perforating pipe out and basically turn this into a leach field for this place. But you know, this is pretty graded, and we'd have to take a lot of this out and put it down and put it back. So yeah, luckily we have the equipment, we just don't have the pipe, so we got to get that. So just filling it up with water per instructions so that we don't half full so that we don't collapse it any further. And we found these kind of tubby things that we're going to throw over the top and bury for now. At least they'll somewhat seal it up. But first, the filler.